Hi, welcome to my Patreon page. Excited that you're here. Thank you for watching the video. I'm Sarah Burrier. I'm a stay-at-home mom of two, but I'm also a freelance illustrator who I do all kinds of things. I'm all over the board. I do portraiture. I do work for books on how to, and I teach, and I also just create my own work and then make those into products primarily by hand, and then go off to fairs and festivals and sell those items off. And then get to meet you. I get to meet my followers, and I get to meet the people that support me in so many different ways. Patreon is just one of those. A little bit about my current life. This is my studio, so what you see behind me is the stairs up to our dining room and into the house. My studio is a 3-season room that I try to use all 4 seasons, and it's an addition to our house facing our backyard. I have 16 windows in this room, so it's pretty pleasant. You can see my son's playpen there. He'll be a year old in November. His name is Jackson. And then my 3.5-year-old Nora, her table is right behind me right here, and she's constantly drawing all over the studio, all over her table, always wanting to paint, taking products that I'm not watchful of off my table and using those and creating wands and fun things like that. And you could even see a pair of fairy wings back there. We're all about having fairy wings. I think she's got 3 or 4 sets of fairy wings. So I work in my home and I stay home all day with my kids. So why I went ahead and started this Patreon account is so that I can continue doing my career, but while at the same time taking care of my kids. The kids take up primarily my life right now because of how young they are. And I'm a true believer of being there for them in these first few years. But unfortunately, what that's doing is it's cutting into my work time. So right now it is 8:45 p.m. and I'm just now sitting down to get some work done. There's my cat TT, Taylor. I have my cup of coffee, and you can tell I'm listening to music. I'm doing my daily sketch right before this video, and I need help, and trying to be honest and raw about the life of an art mom who stays at home all day with their kids and then trying to make a career as an illustrator. My products take a lot of my time, and so with this funding from Patreon, I get to use that money and turn it around and have a third party make those products for me so I don't have to. And then I can sell those products at the fairs and festivals that I travel to. It also provides me my art supplies. Right now I'm currently reorganizing and adding to my palette, my watercolor palette, and so that I could speed it up. I mix a lot of my own colors, and I've been doing a lot of research and finding colors that are already pre-mixed that I can add into my palette and just kind of speed things up a bit more. But that costs, you know. I always joke around with everybody about art supplies that most artists don't have a whole lot of funds coming in, and yet it seems like the industry makes art supplies extremely expensive. If you're an artist, and you know. But that being said, the other thing that I really like about Patreon is that I get to show this. I get to show this hot mess after a full day of watching my kids, and I get to be more open and honest with those who want to know more and want to support this life. I always go back to Vincent van Gogh and how his brother always supported him, and then it's pretty across the board historical that artists had patrons that supported their work so that they could paint and get the supplies that they needed and live that career. So patron, thank you for providing that. Those of you that do support me right now, if I haven't yet, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for sacrificing to support my family, to support the work that I do. It, it helps make it a bit easier knowing that I have that support out there. So what do I want to see happen with my patron is the next thing I want to talk about real quick. I want to start making some tutorial videos. I've been teaching for over 10 years. I've taught ages 2 all the way up to, I think my oldest student was about 92. Intro to Watercolor. And I have 2 books out, How to Draw and Paint Fairies in Watercolor. And I also participated with 2 other artists in a collaborative book on how to use colored pencil with fairies. And I really have a passion to teach. Anytime that I can give anybody a tip or a trick or, you know, encouragement or anything of that sort, I'm right there doing it. I just can't help myself. So I'm not able to teach as much as I used to here locally in the Des Moines Arts Center, and I can't feasibly do workshops here either. So the next best thing is to make some videos and to help you learn how to do watercolor, how to do some drawing. So I could also fulfill that need and passion of mine. I need a little bit more time to put those things put down together, but that's what I want to see happen on Patreon. The other thing I'd like to do through Patreon is to get enough support so that I can also get an art book. You guys have been asking for years for an art book of mine, and that also would take quite a bit of planning and time. And so gaining more support for those 2 big projects is what I set down for a goal in this upcoming year. So thank you for just your support. I'm tired and I'm honest and I'm raw, and I hope that always comes through, and I hope that it encourages those of you out there that are struggling, trying to get your own careers together, or parenting, or just know that we will survive this. So I'm going to finish my sketch, but then I'm also going to paint, and that video will be on here as well, working on some dragons, so I'd like to play with that. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So I am going to make a how-to video to give you a taste of what I'd like to do, and see where we go from there. Thank you so much.